Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the NXT Ring Report here on the Pro Wrestling Show. What a match we have for you coming up. We talk about this. We talk about a lot going on. A number one contenders match to determine who's next in line for a shot at the NXT Championship. Will it be Cruz Montana or Grayson Waller? One of these two men will head the heat wave to meet the NXT Champion Tony D'Angelo, but it was a surprise appearance by a member of the Bloodline that turned everything plans upside down. We'll get to it as we get the Pro Wrestling Show started right here, right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show for the NXT Ring Report. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to use that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Let's not waste no time whatsoever. Let's get things started if we can with this right here. A mixed tag team match was set as they're calling Izzy Dame and got that dude Nico. They were in action against EK Prosper and the Rock and Raven, Izzy Rain. Izzy Rain coming out there. She reminds you of Becky Lynch. And Becky Lynch had a mother that was rock and roll in the 80s. But a tag team match between Izzy and Izzy Rain, Izzy Dame and Izzy Rain. That's what Izzy Rain, Izzy Dame. These two were going at each other back and forth. EK Prosper could be a future NXT champion, North American champion. EK Prosper came out there. I guess he's taking over from Javon in a way, and Trick Williams with that energy and stuff. EK Prosper came out there with the tag team match, as we saw. But looks like Nico was doing the same thing as well. Nico wanted, if we see right here, Izzy Rain, Izzy Dane got blocked, or Izzy Rain by something. Izzy Rain and them lost. Izzy Dane lost to Nico, EK Prosper, and Izzy Rain getting the victory, and they got the victory okay, which led them winning and stuff. So congratulations and stuff like that. So EK Prosper and Izzy Rain getting the victory. Well, Kai Armstrong is upset. She's frustrated, and she has a right to be. She wants to be next in line for a shot at the NXT Women's title after she saw Kendall Gray defend the title against Lola Vice with Lola Vice's last night. Well, Keilani Jordan, who I believe is the rightful number one contender for the women's title, came out there to stake her claim. Keilani Jordan and Kyle Armstrong did. Both of them stake their claims until the champion herself, Kendall Gray, came out there along with Ren Sinclair. Kendall Gray, who endured a lot in that NXT Underground match, she went against Lola Vice. She did. Lola Vice took it to each other. Well, Keilani Jordan said she'll sign the contract and make it official because Kendall Gray didn't care who signed it. Well, Kai Armstrong was upset. She was frustrated as always. And Kai won that shot. Well, it looks like both Kai Armstrong and Keilani Jordan got their way, laying out both Kendall and Ren. Kendall and Ren both laid out. Kendall and Ren didn't know where they had hit them and stuff, which they did and stuff. But we know next week it'll be a tag team match between these four women. Kendall Gray teams up with her best friend Ren Sinclair, the Speed Champion, to take on No One Contender Keilani Jordan and Kyle Armstrong in a tag team match. We'll see that next week. Well, it looks like Cruz Montana, Mike Santana, was prepping up for his match until he ran to Keanu Carter. We can see that match going on further. It could be a future tease. Keanu Carter said, okay, man, do what you got to do. Now, I guess they had a respect right there. You stood there looking at them and stuff. So we saw that as well. So mutual respect. But we get this Dark State. Looks like Deion Lennox was in action. Deion Lennox looked to sell the score. His longtime frenemy, Saquon Sugars. Saquon looks like he was a little bit not. He said it don't get no sweeter than that. Saquon wanted to get his hands on Dion, and he had his chance to get his hands on Dion until Dion won the match again with the help of Dark State. Saquon gonna have to get some help, need some help indeed, because the numbers game just too much for him. He's part of Dark State, and now he ain't part of Dark State no more. Just too much. You know, you saw Grayson Waller even trying to motivate Saquon to say, "Stop feeling sorry for yourself and do something about it." And Saquon might have to find some partners to take down Dark State once again. Well, we get to another match right here. The NFC Women's North American title was on the line for the women. Zarya defending her championship against Ren Sinclair. Ren last time defended her speed title against Zarya and won. Ren and Zarya both were at each other's throats throughout the whole entire match. Ren rolled up Zarya, and Ren tried to get the victory, tried to get the pinfall with the roll up until it was more chaos and more destruction. You see right here, Zarya falling down and stuff, but that didn't stop there. As we told you, Saquon wanted his revenge, and him and Dion went at each other once again, and it caused a distraction for Ren. Ren lost her focus, and Ren lost her opportunity to become North American champion, with Zarya retaining her championship. So Zarya doing what she needed to do to retain the championship over Ren and stuff. But Robert Stone also made it clear too that Ren and Zarya will go at it one more time at Heatwave, but this time it'll be a unification match. The Speed Championship is online against Zarya's North American Championship. So I think the North American title, Speed Championship, will be unified with the North American Championship. Also, too, Cam Hendricks winning his match over the the big nasty, who, but Cam Hendricks winning, and Cam Hendricks getting his victory as well over Mason Rook. Well, we go to this right here. We know that Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights are the new tag team champions. Miles Bourne still the North American champion, but the Vanity Project want their tag team titles back. They'll get their tag team titles, and Miles will have to defend the champ. Will have to defend the North American title against Jackson Drake stuff. We'll see that, but there was a stipulation added. The stipulation was Vanity Project will get a tag team championship match, but Jackson Drake will be in action next week. Jackson Drake will take on I forgot his name, the one with no teeth and stuff. They're going to be in action next week, so looking forward to seeing that. Also, too, Lucian Price. Lucian Price was in action. Lucian went against Lexus King, the speed champion. Lexus King and Lucian Price had a you can tell squash match. Lucian chopping Lexus chest out, trying to chop his chest out of the way. But Lucian Price wins over Lexus King. Lucian Price means business. I think they're trying to build Lucian Price as a single star over Lexus King. Could be seeing that as well. Lucian Price getting the victory over Lexus King. But Lucian will be rewarded next week. Lucian will have a rematch against Lexus King. But this time, the Speed Championship will be on the line. And can Lucian Price become the WWE Speed Champion? That's going to be the question. I think Lucian Price may have all the tools of track. Booker T was so fascinated with that man's body. That man works out. He's in the gym like daily. So, hey, good for him. Well, is there a friendship growing between Jada Parker and Tia Hill? Jada Parker and Tia Hill. Friendship growing there. Both women are kind of getting to the groove of things. Tia Hill will be in action next week. She'll be in action next week against Natty, so we'll keep an eye on that. I think Zilla Park is mad at Natalia for exposing her relationship with Jay. So that's why Zilla Park is mad. But hey, it is what it is. Also, too, you see that Christian Angels trying to get in the head of Romeo. They're gonna have a match next week. So Christian Angels going against Romeo next week. He got done his feud with you know who. All right, coming up is the main event. Cruz Montana, the rival Cruz Montana, the former TNA champion, going against the bitter, frustrated Grayson Waller, who wants to do something. They'll get that shot against Tony D'Angelo, who's going to be sitting at ringside watching this match to await who his number one contender was going to be. Cruz Montana came out there. Cruz Montana came out with fanfare. Cruz Montana walking out there on NXT. Cruz Montana doing what he needs to do. That's what Cruz Montana was doing. He went against Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller and Cruz Montana, both men vying to make a point, prove a point. Who's going to be next in line for a shot at the NXT title? Both men wanted to attack each other and go through the hidgens and stuff. As you can tell right here, both men, look at this super suicida by Cruz Montana taking down Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller went down. Well, Cruz Montana and Grayson Waller both were battling, trying to get the attention. Look at this, Cruz Montana, Mike Santana, superplex, superplex onto the top rope, making this clean. But guess who showed up out of nowhere? Guess who showed up and had a target other than Cruz? The Zilla Fatu. I think the rumors were true. Zilla, they said something about Hog Wrestling. Zilla was coming. Zilla came on NXT and made an impact. He made an impact in the attack and Grayson Waller. And then he looked right at Tony D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo did not see this one coming. I think Tony D'Angelo having numerous challenges coming for his belt. Tony D'Angelo might have to realize he's going to have to be putting against some way, somehow. But we can tell you this right here. Zilla Fatu is in the WWE on NXT, and he's looking to make an impact. And Zilla already making an impact, indeed, attacking both Cruz and Grayson, who was in the middle of a number one contenders match. Now that number one contenders match has blowed up on everyone's faces. So everyone had to wait and see next week what's going to happen next. But Cruz Montana and Tony D'Angelo and Grayson Waller, both men, better watch out. Zilla Fatu is coming. Zilla Fatu wants to be a champion. He has that killer instinct of being a champion in the bloodline with his family. Now Zilla wants to blame more championships to the bloodline onto NXT. So we'll see coming forward. All right, that ends the NXT Ring Report. Let's move on to the wrestling hot topics. We just got one wrestling hot topic tonight, and that one wrestling hot topic is this right here. CM Punk will be on the NXT tour coming up this Saturday. So CM Punk's going to be part of that tour just to help boost ticket sales. CM Punk, a name, the reigning, defending, undisputed champion, CM Punk wants to come and help NXT. This made me think CM Punk really is serious about running NXT after Shawn Michaels is no longer there. So they'll be in good hands. So CM Punk's going to be part of the NXT tour coming up in Virginia. I guess they was drowning on ticket sales, so they had to add some star power, bringing in the WWE champion CM Punk. Is he going to wrestle? Going to defend the championship? CM Punk being a part of the WWE NXT crew. Like we said, we're going to end it right here on the Pro Wrestling Show with Zilla Fatu making an impact, a direct impact on both Cruz Montana and Grayson Waller. And now Zilla's going to have his eyes set just like those two were on the NXT Championship. So thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for the AEW Ring Report. here on the Pro Wrestling Show.